G'day, I'm Jeff from GB Nomads. Welcome to episode 24. Join me and Bobby when we head down to Longreach. We visit the Qantas Founders Museum and you'll really appreciate that, it's fantastic. And also we stay at a really nice campsite, a free one, just out of town. After Longreach we'll head down to Barcaldine. It's a really interesting town, so let's go and let's get cracking. We're just about to depart Winton and we've been here for 2 nights, 3 or 4 days. It's a great little town. It packs a lot of punch for it with its history and what it's done for Australia. Find out. We depart Winton and then head down to Longreach. It's about a 2-hour drive. We just pulled into Longreach. A mother with 4 emu chicks. Just having a drink of water on the side of the road. How cool is that? Looks like they're thirsty.
Emus. Careful, there's a car coming.
These poor emus, they're sort of in the middle of nowhere. Oh no, the duckies are going across. The chicks. Oh, they're slowing down for them. Come on, mate, are you going to get left behind?
It's still here. Come on, Mama's not going now.
Oh no, there's a dickhead flying down here. Oh no, he's stopping.
Yeah, he said like they pooped.
Yeah, oh good. It's good. The interesting facts about Longreach is that all the streets that run east-west are named after land birds, and all the streets that run north-south are named after water birds. For instance, cockatoo or emu or...
Yep.
Okay, so we're in Longreach and we're going to the Qantas Founders Outback Museum. As you can see there's a bloody big jumbo jet. There's a tour at 2 o'clock. We're going to do a tour of that. And we're looking forward to this because we learned a bit of history about Qantas up at Winton. Okay, we're in the Qantas Founders Museum, and this is one of their first planes, or replica of it. Here's Bobby in the Avo flight simulator. I think it's a simulator. Oh, she's taken off again. Oh, she's up in the sky. Whoa, that's she's doing a barrel. She's crashing again.
Ooh, you're going to the moon. Or the sun. Oh, coming back. Can we see the...
We did the museum entry and air park tour at a cost of $70 per adult, and it was really good. Later on we went out and had a look at out in the air park, and they had probably half a dozen aircraft there that were really interesting. This 747 is known as the City of Bunbury and commenced service with Qantas in December 1979. And during its life it carried 5.4 million passengers and flew over 82 million kilometres, equivalent to 2,000 trips around the world. Amazing. Yeah, this is inside the cockpit of a jumbo.
Yeah.
747. This particular 707 has a really interesting story. After it came out of service with Qantas, it was procured by a company in the US and converted into a luxury airliner with the intent of selling it to a rich Arab sheikh. However, when the sheikh discovered that the upholstery was made of pigskin, the deal was obviously off. The company didn't do their homework at all. Michael Jackson loved the plane and later bought it. Eventually the plane was returned to Australia and piloted by John Travolta. It is now in the Qantas Founders Museum. If you ever get the chance to visit Longreach, make sure you visit the Qantas Founders Museum. There's some fascinating planes there, and here's just an example of some of them. Apex Park in Longreach. This is our camping area. There's a, what's the name of the river?
Kangaroos. Oh, look at the little papa. Look at the little baby. Oh no. Where are you going? Yeah, where? Where's the little papa? Hi, little Baba. Come outside. Come outside. Look.
I'm not going outside, you might make me into a curry. Heaps of people staying here. Big area. No worries about that. And this is our van. Apex Park was a great place to stay for the night. $5 per vehicle per night for self-contained vehicles. There's a few things to do around the park, like fishing in the river, and also the animals drop by and say g'day as well. So it's a really good place to stay. This is the Australian Stockman's Hall of Fame. We're just going to have to see what we can see from the outside. We leave Longreach and head down to Barcaldine, about just over an hour's drive. We're just coming into, what's the name of that place? Infracom, yeah, on the left here it's heaps of old trucks and cars and tractors and things. The smaller the country town, the bigger effort they go to make to go. So this is a museum that's in Ilfracombe. It's basically just someone's, like an old Queensland house. There's an old gas light up there. And you can just walk in, there's no one around or anything. You walk into there, there's a piano and old photograph. Picture of Winston Churchill and the King of England. We're still in Ilfracombe. We went about 10 metres and pulled over and noticed that they're having a Sunday market. This is the Ilfracombe train station. It was built in 1891. What land is this? Oh, here's Vanginda standing next to her favourite plant, the bougainvillea. Here's Bobby skipping down the main street of Barcaldine on a Sunday night. So we're just walking up down the highway. I don't know how many pubs there were in Barcaldine, but there's heaps, and there's still quite a few around here now. So there's the Shakespeare Hotel, the Artist Hotel, and then the Railway Hotel. Here we have a statue. Now, the Tree of Knowledge, as I know it, was I think it was 1906 or something. There was a shearer strike, huge shearer strike, and it sort of took part around this tree, which is now, well, dead I suppose, but it's been resurrected. Okay, I'm just doing a quick walk up Main Street of Barcaldine. We came down here last night, and this is the information centre and a bank, but it's a beautiful old building. One of the things we noticed last night was the amount of times that buildings got burnt down, and they were all pubs. Just talking to the people at the information centre, they said that it was mainly due to, like, kerosene lamps and cooking and stuff, and the timber buildings just caught on fire and away they went. But I thought it might have been due to bushfires, but it wasn't apparently. So the Federal Hotel was built in 1887, burned out in 1909. Again, it was burned out in 1962. The Commercial Hotel, 1887, burnt down in 1909. Burnt down again in 1921. Shakespeare Hotel, built in 1886, replaced in 1914, burnt down in 1924, rebuilt in 1925. This is a nice looking old pub. Most of the pub ones that I've showed you so far, they've been replaced by shops or not there anymore. I just met a local guy, and he was telling me there was 12 pubs in town. Of the 12 pubs, 11 of the pubs got burnt down at least once. And the only one that didn't was the Artesian Hotel, the only pub that had a fireplace. Built in 1887, destroyed by fires in 1996, 1927, and again in 1929. Unreal. Another nice hotel, well, old building. Okay, that's the Tree of Knowledge, and it's enclosure or building, what do you want to say? So those long slat things you see, and inside is, you can see, like, it represents shearers' blades, and that's what it was about, the shearers' strike. Most of the action happened around the Tree of Knowledge, which was killed by some idiot, but it's been preserved and kept under that awning. Behind it is the train station, Barcaldine train station. It's down there, you can see a massive windmill, which is sort of there basically to represent the impact that the Artesian Basin had on country around this part of Queensland and Australia. We stayed the night at the Homestead Caravan Park at $29 per powered side. It was really good value, and it was quite a nice little park as well. In the next episode, we make our way to Carnarvon Gorge National Park and do roughly a 20-kilometre walk. It was a fantastic walk, and I think it's one of the best walks in Queensland, so make sure you watch next week. It's really good. Cheers for now. Bye.